This program is intended for a mature audience. If you are not 18 years old, stop listening and find more age-appropriate content. If you are offended by any content herein, that is your own problem, as you have been warned. Do not try this at home.
Release the Kraken!
Because I am ready, and I will not let this opportunity slip through my fingers. Cup of coffee, man, yeah. Man! Wow, man!
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Oh, I am enjoying this.
Get on with it!
Are we live?
Maybe.
You tell me.
Are we alive?
It's not the first time you've asked me that.
Why do you think I keep asking?
Are we live? Yeah.
Welcome to Bad Habits Network, folks. I am already hitting a flat tire. I am Gary the Hammer. With us today is our co-host as well as host of Blown Pistons podcast on Bad Habits Network, Gremlin David.
Yo.
Or Gremlin Dave, or
Either way, it doesn't matter.
the
I've been called many things.
guy who can't even pull out of his own goddamn driveway. A man with so many kids. He needs our next guest.
What's a condom?
Exactly. He needs our next guest in our life. The owner, operator, fantastic negotiator of Hemp 1848. I work logistics and I'm great with numbers.
And
Can you tell?
dyslexic.
And I lied too. You have no idea how bad dyslexia kills me at my work. Our friend Josh.
Technically, I'm not the owner.
Technically not. Okay, my apologies. I would love to. I would love to hear Mr. Josh Fay elaborate on that.
I consider myself more a business partner and associate.
Please.
I didn't come in right at the beginning. I came in around last summertime. I had a makerspace, and the pandemic kind of kicked that in the nuts. So I was trying to figure out what my next venture was going to be, and I met Jerry, and I just started associating with them because the business model that they had I was really familiar with and had a lot of experience with, and I just started coming around more and more and helping out more and more, and I started bringing in some of my own resources and whatnot to the show, and just kind of grew. And sometime in the fall, around November or so, I kind of started officially going to being associated. Excuse me.
No.
Associated with the business and started working, I don't want to say full-time, but I dedicate, whatever moment of the day in my life that I need to in order to make it succeed. So,
God, I know that feeling.
I may not be getting paid all the time, but I'm working all the time.
Hey, at least you're doing what you love. And if you're doing what you love, then it's not really like work. So.
I enjoy it a lot, and someday it'll come to fruition.
Right.
But that'll be probably when legalization comes around. But we have a few other irons in the fire we're trying to be successful with before that happens.
Right.
So.
Right. Now, pardon me for the interruption on this. We're going to elaborate on a few other things, but first and foremost, as always, we got to pay for this shit show somehow.
Yep.
This episode is brought to you, and I have to close my eyes because Dave's here. This episode is brought to you in part by IdealVaporLLC.com. Check them out online. Use the code BHN15% for 15% off your final purchases at checkout. Also, check them out in Portage, Wisconsin. Nice little facility they got there, and they got some other irons in the fire. Speaking of our guest saying that one, because I really do like that. So pay attention. They're probably going to have their own little dispensary here soon. Ideal Vapor LLC, pool table. Thousands of e-juices on the wall, a nice little CBD plus section, as well as a knowledgeable staff, a nice kiosk, however you say it, for all of your vaping advocacy needs. Casa, Safada, sign up there, talk to Jimmy Vapes, get some knowledge, talk to Jackie, get Hammer fired, so on and so forth. And I opened my eyes and I got distracted. So, again, that website is IdealVaporLLC.com. The code is BHN 15% for 15% off all your purchase at checkout. Okay, what did I miss? Now you know why I closed my eyes.
You open your eyes and I'm wandering around.
It's like, what the fuck is he doing? No, brain, stop.
He is asking if do we have do you have a little tray or something?
Like a rolling tray?
Yeah, we're looking for a tray so I can roll up this blunt.
I believe it's. Shit. I forgot where it is. We're going to use my chessboard. We're going to go old school. Just fuck it. Use my chest.
All right.
My chest set.
Chest.
Chest.
Here, roll it on my
Roll it off my titties. You ever roll a joint using a chick's titties? You ain't lived yet.
Well, this is a new experience.
What is this that you are currently bringing into the studio, sir?
Okay, so one of the delightful smoking products that we have at Hemp 1848 is King Palm blunt wraps. And they already come rolled up, so if you hate rolling blunts, they're super handy. It takes like 10 seconds.
Oh, so you just basically fill.
Yeah, you grind up your stuff. It comes with a stick, and you just pack it in and light it up.
Right, and
nice.
And, like our CBD friend that we had on the show previously, he brought us a whole bunch of pre-rolls. These are ones that you can stuff yourself.
Yes, they come
nice.
They come empty. You can pack them with whatever you want.
Okay,
they're super super handy. I really like them.
They look fantastic. I see you got your own plunger with that. That's awesome.
It comes with a stick. Yeah.
Wow.
All of them come with a stick. This one is the XL. It holds a little over 2 grams. I brought the big one because I figured we'd be sharing.
Okay.
Well, that's a little better than going and buying, one of the ones you buy from a gas station and cutting it open.
Yeah,
and
it's way less work. It's way easier, and yeah, I don't do that. I used to do that in the past, but I sucked so bad at rolling that I was always looking for some kind of gimmick to help me. So I'd always use them the paper rollers that had the little conveyor belt, and you put your paper in there and you drizzle in your smoke, and then you roll it up and lick it, and you're done. And
okay, if anyone else out in listener land just caught the old school Bill Cosbyism that he just did, you lick a little lip and you roll up and a little pudding pop.
Pudding.
Just saying. Oh, no, we're going to want pudding after this. I'm sure of it. I can smell some of that from here.
Yeah.
And this is T8? See?
Yes.
Now, what is this fantastic thing that not a lot of Americans know about yet?
Okay, so this stuff here is D8 THC flower instead of the regular D9, which stands for Delta 9. That's the illegal stuff still that we're trying to get legalized.
Yep.
Delta 8 is a alternate THC that is derived from CBD hemp plants and not cannabis.
Okay.
So it's technically legislated under CBD products and not THC.
Basically, what he just said, folks, is we found a loophole.
Yeah, basically, they the 2018 Industrial Hemp Farming Bill, the way that they have it worded, they only really knew about Delta 9 THC at the time when they made the bill.
Okay.
And so the bill specifically says that Delta 9 THC is the illegal part of the cannabis plant or the hemp plant. Whichever species you are into using for whatever reason, if it's got Delta 9 THC in it, it's got to have 0.3% or less in it in order for it to be legal. And it's only that. Anything else falls under the CBD umbrella and is legislated under CBD products. Oh. So our THC that we sell is right now, as far as the law is concerned, is CBD.
Okay. Nice.
So who says you don't learn shit on this show?
And there's actually there's a lot of other types of THC too besides just Delta 8. There's Delta 9, which is the stuff everybody knows. There's Delta 10 now.
Oh wow.
There is also THCA, which is
okay. I'm more curious on that right there. The THCA.
THCA. What it stands for is tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, and
which in my research has been interesting because I find it's in liquid form.
It's actually a powder.
Yes,
it looks like Have you ever seen pure CBD isolate?
Yeah, we had George do a line of that up his nose. Off
Yes.
right where those headphones are.
Yeah, that was different.
That was fantastic. He was
wanting more by the end of the night.
Yeah, he was mellow and calm and hyper at the same time, and it's like, I don't think. Oh, you're one of those types. You relax and get energetic.
Yes. And so the THCA looks like that. It comes in like a real fine white powder.
Okay.
One of the popular forms that people like using it right now is called THC diamonds.
Oh, really?
So, and if you've ever heard of diamonds, that's THCA. That's pure THCA.
Okay.
And they basically, it's made like kind of like peanut brittle almost. You melt it together, and then when it chunks up, you break it into pieces, and then you take them little pieces, and you usually put them in, your jar like wax.
Yeah,
and
not to be confused with shatter.
That's right. Shatter is different. Shatter is THC Delta 9 usually.
Okay.
It can also be D8. We sell D8 shatter and wax at our shop, but it's
Which here it comes, guys. Name drop Hemp 1848, and I got it right this time because I had the card right in front of me.
I was about to say he's got the card right
I'm
there.
cheating now. I have to cheat.
And they usually you'll find it. It's called Diamonds and Sauce.
Okay.
And it's like a jar of wax, but it's got THC diamonds in it, and then it's also got like a THC syrup in there too. And that's basically the uncrystallized THCA that was in the solution when they crystallized it out to make the diamonds.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Because it's like if you put a bunch of sugar in water and then you let it cool down and the sugar crystallizes and make rocks candy, that's what the THC does, is it crystallizes and makes THC rock candy.
No, I'm not going to sound like I know anything because I really don't know anything about this. Now, is that the stuff like you would use for like baking and stuff, or no?
You can use it for baking.
Because, I mean, like I said, I know nothing about this stuff.
You could use it for baking, but if you were, the best one to use would be a decarboxylated regular THC, like Delta 9 or Delta 8. Those...
Now, if I may interject, our previous guest who gave us the CBD isolate, the powder stuff that George fucking... You remember we had the CBD Rice Krispie treats.
Yep.
Where all you did was take the isolate after you made the Rice Krispies, you just salt bait it, just all that powder. That you could use that THCA, if I'm not mistaken. You can just salt bay it onto the Rice Krispie treats after they're done.
Yes, you could do that. One of the things that I'm currently trying, like the brainchild, once we can actually get some THCA because it's super expensive.
Yeah,
is I want to do like drink packets
with
THCA in it, powder. So you got
like Kool-Aid packets,
kind of like a Kool-Aid packet, but there's also powdered THCA in there. So you just dump it in, and you're good to go. You got your whole drink right there.
Well, I want that for my current.
I just honestly thought of the Kool-Aid man slowly breaking through the wall, going, "Oh yeah,
He just boom with a hand, and he goes, "Oh yeah."
Not the wham. Oh yeah,
no, it's
wham.
It's like Matthew McConaughey.
Bam, baby.
Burst through the door. All right. You guys got any of that Delta 8? Be a lot cooler if you did.
That's right. That's why I like them. That's why I like them high school Kool-Aid.
Oh, I like them Kool-Aid blasts. Fuck.
Now, as long as you're doing grape, I'm good.
Purple drink?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm also working on another product too that we're going to be selling, and it's I don't know if you've ever heard of THC lean.
Yes, I have.
I actually have a batch of it on the stove I was working on before I came in here. I didn't have any emulsifier, so I
volunteer Sean as tribute. If you need a beta tester, we have a stoner guru.
I was gonna bring some in, but I didn't have any emulsifier, so all the THC would have just floated at the top. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I was gonna bring some in and pass it around.
So we have a listener question. Dwayne from the Spreaker chat is asking, where is your store located? Now, I asked this before the show too, and I found out doesn't just have one.
No. Currently, we have 5 locations. We have one on East Milwaukee Street in Janesville, across from Johnson Bank. We have one in the Uptown Janesville, the Janesville Mall.
Right.
We have one in Edgerton.
Ooh.
We have one in Monroe.
Okay.
And we also have a location at the Minnehaha campgrounds this year.
Get the fuck out, really?
Yeah, so you go camping at Minnehaha, you can buy some pot and get fucked up in your tent.
Oh my God, James and Jackie, if you can hear this, I know you just bought a camper. I have a destination for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, have you? My apologies. Have you seen our sponsors lit up?
No, I have not.
It's fantastic.
I've actually been wanting to get up there, and Ashley's been, Miss Gremlin's been wanting to get up there and actually talk to Jackie.
Well, yeah, we can actually, Fox, because it's awesome. We had him here for a BHN barbecue, and wow, kids. So my apologies, folks. I would love for our sponsors to meet up with our friend Josh here, because
definitely
it would be great. Jim and Jackie would love you.
If not, they'd really love you when she'd look at you and go, "You're fired."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's her "I love you."
Yeah, that is her "I love you." That, or if she says she hates something, she's like, "No, I hate that. Give me more.
Give me more."
Yeah, I hate that because I like it.
Yeah.
So you're saying, let's just go over that again. There's one in Monroe.
There's one in Monroe.
Two in Janesville.
There's two in Janesville.
One in Edgerton.
There's one in Edgerton.
And then one in Minnehaha.
And there's one in Minnehaha, yes. And we're also going to be opening one in Elkhorn very soon.
Oh, get out.
And
nice.
We are also an active franchise, so we're selling to franchisees. And we have, I believe, 3 or 4 of those already in the books, too.
Okay.
So I believe, if my estimation is correct, sometime during the summer we could possibly have up to 10 locations going.
Nice. That's awesome. I mean, that's good, because, the way everything's going, the way the economy's going, the way everything's trying to be legalized and stuff, that's only going to help you guys out a lot more.
Yes. Yeah, we're attempting and so far succeeding at being the local and, statewide leader, too, in product services for CBD and THC. And we are planning on, in 24 months, to try and have 200 locations.
Oh, wow.
And being a leader of the industry is what we want to be, then we're hoping then we can be first in line when they're handing out dispensary licenses.
So that once everything becomes more legalized, so you guys can actually go more forth with everything that your guys got going. Nice.
When they give out dispensary licenses, they usually only give them out to the biggest and best entities in the business. And
so far you got 5+ plans for more. I think you're in the running.
Yes.
Just call it a hunch.
Currently, we have 5 locations, like I said, and to my knowledge, one of the biggest competitors that we have, which is Apple Wellness in Madison, they have 4 locations. So we've recently surpassed them in locations, and then we'll be passing them further again in the future.
Wow.
So if they pass all this stuff, I know you've talked about the idea of opening up like a cigar bar. Couldn't you do a cigar THC bar?
You could, however, the red tape involved with running a cigar bar and or lounge in Wisconsin is quite tedious, because they are not handing out any tobacco licenses for cigar bars, because you have to buy an existing one from another cigar bar who is possibly shutting down or being bought out.
Would this change the whole game plan? Because if you're adding something to it, then it's a whole brand new license.
It would, but it also would not, only because of the fact that the tobacco laws and the THC laws are very and vastly different.
Okay.
Then don't do tobacco. Smoke blunts.
Yeah.
So, and then if they did,
if I had Phillies, maybe I could go old school.
if they did open everything up, then could you basically smoke it in your store without an issue?
Well,
I can answer that. Yes. On the same principle that you can smoke cigarettes in a tobacco outlet.
Okay.
Technically, it would be falling under the same category, if I'm not mistaken. Not in the mall, of course.
Right. The mall is different because they make their own policies.
Yep.
But in all of our stores, we're friendly. You know, you can smoke whatever your products that you may have acquired from us right there on the location if you want to. We have a lot of chill out spots too. So if you just want to sit in one of the chairs, like couch and whatever.
If you have a beanbag, I'm in there.
I had a dude who tried one of our gummies at our downtown store. And by the time he made it up to the mall, he was so fucked up that we warned him. We warned him not to take it till he got home, and it was going to take about an hour. And he didn't believe us, and he took it when he left and started dicking around downtown shopping and stuff. And then he came hobbling into the mall store, going, "Man, I don't think I can make it back to Monroe. I was just," and so he was on my couch until I closed.
Well, you got a comfy couch there. It is comfy.
You've been.
What's that?
You've been.
I've been to a store.
Oh yeah.
The one in the mall.
In the mall.
Yeah,
I
he's
want to
the
go.
one that brought you here.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I want to go to the other locations now. I'm one of those.
Yeah, I know. I'm curious.
I want to travel.
Yeah, and they are. Funny thing too is for all of the things that we try and make uniform at all the locations, all of our locations are also highly regional.
Okay.
As far as the products that we carry and the things that we sell, like the
Okay.
glassware and the pipes and the bowls and everything that I have at the mall.
To our silent sponsor, Ken, I hope you're listening.
Hint, hint.
I sell a lot of glassware there, but none of our other locations sell any glassware. We ended up just basically gathering it up from all the stores and put it at the mall because it's the only place it sells.
So, do you work at all the stores or just the one location?
I fill in at the other locations, but the mall is basically my spot.
Okay.
I went in there in the November, just kind of trying to bring my ideas to the company and improve it in the ways that I felt that I could improve it. And the mall was just kind of where I did that. It's the busiest as far as like foot traffic.
Oh yeah,
because there's people walking past all the time.
Oh yeah,
and so,
even the mall walkers, the old people that are in the health are.
I've
seen them walk into your store.
I've
and just be
hooked
like,
a couple mall walkers on
Yeah.
my THC coffee. They come in almost all the time when I'm working, a few times a week at least,
Yeah.
and get coffee while they're walking.
I think Hammer's actually a big fan of your coffee.
to be determined. I'm a fan of the tea.
Oh, got tea. Sorry.
I
My bad.
grabbed the tea
Okay.
when I was there last, and I
Well, you should try the THC.
am going to definitely. I like that was a dad joke, and it just slapped me in the face.
I know. I was looking. I'm like waiting for the reaction. It's like,
God damn it! You just slapped me in the face with it. I'm loving that. But I purchased the tea of THC. The brew your own tea type stuff. I loved the reusable mesh bags that you guys put that in. It holy hippie. That is an organic, reusable. If you guys go to a co-op, you'll see these bags, and they are fantastic. Tried it. Just one kettle, one bag, one cup, and I'm like, I'm going to put this in a thermos because I ain't going to be able to go through all this. I was watching cartoons with the kids all day. Just on a nice little 8-ounce glass of cup of that damn tea, and it was very delicious.
yeah, but we watch cartoons with the kids anyway.
Shut up. They don't need to know that. I had an excuse. Daddy's not moving. Why? Give me some nachos.
This is great.
This is great.
Because I'm with some old school Beavis and Butthead.
Hey, any of you two kids know how to make mac and cheese yet? Because that would be great.
Where's the Funyuns?
Yeah. Yeah, unlike the last gummy I took. Jesus Christ, Dave. Fuck, that thing was potent. You ever have a hybrid gummy?
What kind of hybrid gummy?
I have no idea what it is.
I am
That
not
kinda
sure it's
gummy, huh?
something.
It was one of those ones that took you out every 30 minutes. I was transitioning in from cognizant reality to what's going on with Gary
What's going on with Gary?
for 30 minutes. I'd
He's
be like,
quiet for once.
He's like, holy shit, he's quiet. And all of a sudden he comes back and goes, man, I think this is some weird ass shit. And then I'm sitting there watching the clock, and it's like, yeah, every 30 minutes. Literally every. Oh, you're doing it like a fucking cigar. I like this guy.
By the way, we are sponsored by ADD.
Yes. Sorry, guys. He's actually lighting up the Load Your Own, and he's doing something that I have not seen in a long time outside of the cigar world. He pre-roasted. And I am going to choke like a bitch.
Same.
So this is why I only stick to the edibles, guys. Shots from the balcony. Here we go. Oh, that's smooth.
Because of the large diameter, it doesn't take a large hit to get a big hit. So you don't got to pull it real deep in order to get
Dude!
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the bigger
The
bigger it is,
the bigger it is, the more satisfying it is, yeah.
Whoa!
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah, I'm out. Wow. I mean, immediately, folks, it just, from my neck down to my shoulders, and now my shoulders down to my nipples, and now my nipples down to my fucking seat. That is good.
It's smooth.
And it's really smooth. You said the bigger diameter, bigger smooth. Again, I'm going to pass the Dochi.
I'm actually going to pass too.
Okay.
What?
Dude,
Right.
I don't do this
my
stuff.
apologies. Like I said,
ever,
I'm,
so
I'm,
I have
I'm a
really-
lightweight. I'm a lightweight, and I took a drug test on 420.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, I don't ever really do it. It's my wife. She, helps her out with her medical stuff, and then she's the one that really gets into it. I support her.
Okay.
I'm just a natural vapor, so yeah, I don't really smoke too much.
Here I thought I was being fun. And no.
You are, trust me. I'm a fucking fuddy-duddy.
But no, like I said,
actually diet.
I completely support, whatever helps my wife get through everything that's going on. So.
And I support bad habits, no matter what they are, as long as they're in moderation. They're a
But
bad
that
habit.
is damn smooth.
I don't consider what I do to be a bad habit.
No, that is actually one of the healthiest bad habits, statistically, logistically, and medicinally, that is out there. I mean, the great Incas, even fucking. You can look at their lore. There's a huge, huge history of the marijuana, cannabis sativa, whichever case you want to call it. Throughout history, you see it in Incan culture. You see it even in Egyptian culture. You even see it in Christianity. Except they just call it myrrh and incense. Wink, wink. Just saying.
Right? Right?
But no, that,
we
not to
heard
call you
we
out.
heard you just got done having a baby, so we brought you some drugs so you can.
Here's some frankincense. It's saged mixed with the good shit.
calm the kid down.
Fuck. Calm the mom down. Calm the dad down. How the fuck did this happen without me sticking it in?
The chief's going, I don't know.
It's
good to be king.
It's a hell of a drug.
So yeah, there I was rubbing my dirty ass shoes on Eddie Murphy's couch.
Fuck your couch.
Oh, good times, man. So I have identified our state as being a very, very conservative red state.
It is
In certain areas.
certain areas.
Madison is very purple and blue now. Milwaukee is very blue now. We are not exactly in a blue county. We are kind of in that dark purple.
It's a transition zone.
Yeah, well,
You wanna go catch yourself a real. You can go to Walworth County. They're still woofda.
oh my God, as well as a little bit north of Johnson Creek.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Any adversity, because we are in a state that hasn't accepted it yet.
Yeah.
Or because since they decriminalized it in Wisconsin.
I would back you up a little bit on that one.
How so?
Wisconsin currently has a 93% legalization opinion for cannabis. So it's not for a lack of the people wanting it.
It's for the lack of legislation?
Yes.
Okay.
And the lack of legislation is due to Wisconsin having a very strong alcohol bar lobby.
Yeah.
And
They're afraid of the money basically losing out.
Big alcohol in Wisconsin has been fighting legalization for many, many years because there are a lot of people who would quit drinking if legalization came to Wisconsin. I know quite a few people personally that only drink because smoking is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be looking at a large drop in the drinking community if legalization was brought through.
Yeah,
so they've been fighting it tooth and nail for years.
Essentially, because the stereotype does exist, folks, they would probably be too dead in the couch to get up and drive to the liquor store. Just saying.
Yeah, but in the long run, if they
Give
wanted
me
to,
another hit.
if they wanted to continue with people, drinking and let them smoke, they would be less apt, more apt to basically buy their alcohol before doing it, and sitting at home smoking, drinking, and enjoying themselves rather than out on the road going to a bar. And that story usually ends bad.
Right.
So really, I mean, the two could go hand in hand if they really wanted to, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could go hand in hand, and I think at some point in the future it will, because I think if legalization in Wisconsin becomes a sure thing, whether it does pass or we know a year in advance, like, okay, we're passing this legislation and then in a year it's going to take effect, that I personally think that you're going to see a lot of the alcohol business trying to pick up on the THC and CBD crowd. Because, I mean, me personally, I tried going to, like, some of the liquor stores here in town and seeing if they'd be interested in carrying our products.
Right.
Because I basically, I just was going to all the shops that sell vices and say, hey, you want to sell another vice?
Wasn't pretty much, I think, didn't Budweiser go with like a hemp style? They're trying to work on something?
There are a few. I know that there is a CBD brew.
Okay.
And
now is that, I mean, it's sponsored by like any of the big guys that run anything like that?
However, I do feel that you are right. One of the bigwig beer companies has a hemp instead of hops.
I just can't remember if it's
hemp and hops or something like that.
I just don't remember which one it was.
Nor do
I know
I.
I've seen it at one
funny
point.
thing is, they are both related.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, amazingly so. Think about that one, folks. Yeah. Google that while you're on the shitter next time.
What do we usually say?
Google that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it right now because
no, that's cool.
It's a studio role.
I've noticed everything's kind of like, we're all like, we start out here and now it's
no, trust me. I am because I told myself to calm the fuck down because I caught myself speed talking.
Oh.
Yeah. When I relax, I get a little bit more energetic. I'm one of those types. And yes, folks, that type exists. Fuck off.
You consciously have to hold back. And when something might part that veil a little bit, the mess comes spilling out.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. Verbal diarrhea.
It happens.
It does.
But yeah, the legalization thing I was talking about.
Sir.
So I think that, you're going to see THC, I think is going to permeate a lot of markets once it becomes a regular, available everywhere, not illegal, no caveats, like, alcohol and everything else. It's just there. You go, you pay your tax, you go home, you don't, there's no more sneakiness. I think that you'll see a lot more companies dipping into like the edibles market, where like if you're gonna get like since THC is soluble in alcohol, it's really easy to make alcoholic drinks with THC in it. So I think you're gonna get the alcohol companies dipping in there. You're gonna get snack companies. I think it's gonna be it's like caffeine. They put fucking caffeine in everything now. It's gonna be the THC is gonna be in everything.
And another thing I'm gonna bring up because there's a lot of correlations that I'm catching in my head right now. A big argument the vape industry had.
Yes, actually, there's a vape law that just passed recently that's been fucking a lot of people, and us included.
Yes.
I know 2 companies that have gone out of business because of it.
Yeah, we've known some struggling people on this one, too.
Well, I know a few others that have actually gone the same route as friends of Tony's. Or Josh's and Tony's, because Tony has that guy who had to kill his juice company because of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Our blown pistons, Tony.
Yeah.
Josh, on the other hand, your experiences with the PTMA as well as the PACT. Because I know you sell cartomizers.
Yes. The vaping mail ban has we've kind of figured out how to get our stuff that we need to get, but it's crippled a lot of people. When it first passed about a month ago.
Yes, sir.
We had all of our orders canceled on us that had anything to do with vaping and smoking products because of the mail ban. They weren't sure, what was going to be allowed, what wasn't, what was included, and
do I need to wear a mask while putting this product in a bag, stuff like that. The COVID shit.
Yeah. So like all of it. So we did not have any like vaping pens. We did not have any products that we had to get we didn't have any for like a month.
Yeah.
And we were having to turn a ton of people away, and it was like, sorry, like, they passed a law, and it doesn't 100% make sense why. They passed it under the guise of protecting children.
Yeah.
As children were ordering vaping products online in such huge numbers that, we needed to step in and cause hundreds, if not thousands, of business to be crippled and closed because of...
Mommy and daddy can't control their little shitlins.
Yeah, and I don't even honestly think that's... I think, honestly, it was some kind of... I smell conspiracies every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
And this one, especially with the shifty laws they pass all the time, this one kind of, to me, smells like a smoking industry nut kick to kind of... Because there's so many small mom and pop juice shops everywhere that people... why order from the big guys when I can order from a cheap dude down the road and he'll just ship it to me?
Yep.
So I think that they were... I haven't done any research on it, but it is on my list. But I think that it was some kind of legislation pushed by some kind of smoking lobby to try and weed out a lot of the smaller guys so they could get more market share on the juice industry.
Okay.
Makes sense.
It does, and a lot of it, as well as the fact that you brought up another correlation, the fighting for the children thing.
Yes.
Now, another product you guys have, which I approve of because I'm a fatty, I like to eat. You have the confectionery stuff.
Yes, we do.
As well as the snack stuff and popcorns.
Yep. And honestly, I worry a little bit.
Okay.
Not for the products and things that we have, but because of the fruity flavored vaping ban that they had, where they're trying to say that, the only reason that we have fruity flavored vapes is because we're trying to give it to kids. Nope.
Yep.
Like nobody else likes how a fucking fruity flavor thing tastes.
Yeah, once you become an adult, you don't like that stuff
Right,
anymore.
right. It's like, 18, fucking,
Captain Grape flavored,
I know anything.
Flavored blunts, Philly blunts.
Give me my corrugated bran puffs and I'll go to bed.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Good for the morning constitution. Fuck off. Sorry.
That was a good topper. That was a good topper.
Yeah, you should have felt that one. I don't like that character, dude.
But that in itself makes me worry because we have a lot of products that our gummies and we have our Nerd Rope products now. They're
super good
600
quality.
milligrams. Our Nerd Ropes are. And we have all these products. We've got cookies and brownies, and now we've got the THC lean, which is just basically a sugary syrup with THC in it that you can either eat like a liquid candy or you can put it in a soda or something for extra flavor to add THC to your drink.
I was going to say, in our case, probably add THC to our drinks.
Yeah. and all that stuff.
Or your bosses.
I don't sell any of our products to children. 100% of my clientele are 21 and older. But yet, I feel like in the future, it's already started now, but when they try and go after products, that when people want to get rid of something, it's always, what about the children?
Yeah.
And I feel like at some point when cannabis is either legalized or going to be legalized and the naysayers are cornered,
right.
They're going to start lashing out at whatever they can to try and demonize weed some more, and it's going to be, what about the kids? They're selling cookies and candies, and why would you make it sweet like this unless you're trying to go after the kids? And that's not the case. And that's one of the things I worry about, that at some point in the future they're going to come after my edibles because they're sweet and kids might like it.
There you go. And I totally see that actually happening. I'm letting you know now, I'm sorry, I'm not being a naysayer because I support the shit out of that. Fatty likes candy. Just saying. And there's our defense about it. Oh, fat people aren't allowed to like candy no more.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like, you're fat and you're eating a piece of cake, right? And
right.
You might fucking hate cake, but you're having it at a party or something. But because you're fat, immediately wonder how much fucking cake he ate. And it's just it does. It gives you that.
Or like a fat person working at IHOP saying, yeah, we're out of blueberry pancakes.
Right, would you fucking eat them?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Have that said. Hey, Mark.
What up?
Our own Grape Ape is making a Wayne's World type entrance into the show. Surprise guest host, Mark Grape Ape. Josh, our friend from Hemp, 1848. 1848. Yep.
Nice.
Hurry up and sit down so I can fucking turn your mic on, twat waffle. And don't break the chair.
Wouldn't be the first one. Not him, but I mean.
Shout out to Devin. There we go. Try that one, Mark. Nope, that's not working.
You partake?
No.
It's his microphone is working now.
I will, but...
Yeah, your headphones aren't. So what? Because my friend isn't fucking plugged in. What the hell did you do, Dave?
I didn't do anything. Can you hear us now?
Hi. No, nothing. Interesting.
Maybe it's this one.
Maybe it is that
Did you
one.
plug the wrong one in?
I think so.
Why? This is why I wanted.
Can you hear us now?
I did not want to.
Yes.
I did not want to go
Okay.
live for kind of these reasons.
There we go.
But that's why I gotta go live.
No, I know, dude. Come
And
on.
I missed the video feeds, damn it. You gotta start going over there once in a while again.
You're actually telling us to go back on Discord and get on video.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well, look at
Now, the
it.
funny thing is, I wasn't sure if this podcast was going to be on video or not, so I ended up getting my hair done, so
I was gonna say,
I look
he's-
nice.
He's got
Yeah.
it combed over so greatly.
No, come on. Be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're not.
Should have warned you about this aspect of the studio too, man. I didn't know he was in town.
And that's why I made a special visit.
Dick.
Because I heard two good things, not to interrupt the show for a second.
No.
I heard
Please.
you started new.
I did.
When?
Soon.
Oh, so not quite yet, but you're there.
I'm. Yeah.
Okay. I technically started today. I'll be in a truck tomorrow.
Cool deal. Congrats.
Awesome.
So, and I'm actually right down the street from you.
Congrats.
Literally opposite side
That current place.
of the road that goes in between them.
Neat.
Oh, so you're a truck driver now?
Oh no, I've been.
Oh, you been? Oh,
Yes.
I drove for 8 years.
I'm born and bred. But
I was just a baby trucker for 11.
no, yeah,
Straight.
I couldn't stand being away from the family.
it sucks. But 5 days a week, they're used to be being gone. When I was the baby trucker as well, pretty much gone anyway. Even when you were home, you weren't there because you were sleeping. So
Yeah, I don't miss that part.
my family's used to it. As long as I'm home on the weekends, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But if I had
But-
quit trucking, I wouldn't have ended up in the business I am now. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. If it weren't for the fact I literally just started today,
Bummer timing, huh?
exactly, I would gladly be like, please. So go ahead. I want to surprise you. I needed. To
I'm
make a
surprised,
grand
and I'm
entrance.
more surprised that you haven't learned the mic rule. You got to talk into the side of it, not the tip.
Oh, I forgot. You got these new fucking things.
He likes a tip.
He does. Mark is a tip guy.
I'm a true DJ. I carry the proper mics.
Okay. Okay. So
In
where
in
were
his
we?
defense, I was trying to use the top of mine too. So
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Anyone remember where we were? Because this is why I hate going live.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I wonder why we can't remember.
But it's how it proves your
See,
life.
in my defense, I have severe brain trauma. So I got hit by a car when I was 7.
Glaucoma. I'm just
I'm
claiming.
fat and white, so
There you go.
There.
Me too.
Dave's just got. Dave's just got 6 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that baby weight will do it, right?
I know, right? Trying to still lose it.
just don't ask to see a C-section pouch.
The baby pouch. I don't think that was the one we were talking about.
Oh, God, no. Yep.
So, goddamn, that's really driving me nuts. I wish I could rewind and just, hey, what are we talking about?
The last thing I was talking about was
Yes.
how I thought THC was going to permeate most of the markets eventually when it became a regular thing and the tumultuous nature of it calmed down.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably gonna see it in like shit like Nicorette and Walgreens.
Yeah, I highly believe that you'll probably be expensive.
Yeah.
It'll be in the case or whatever. But I highly think you'll find THC products everywhere because it'll. One of the things now that makes it a valuable market is the fact that it is a very tiny valuable market. When you think about like Colorado or Illinois or California, all those states that legalized, and you think about all the money that they're making, that's not only their state.
Right.
That is all of the surrounding states that aren't legal coming in there and spending their money in that state.
Well, why do you think Iowa and Minnesota and Illinois and Michigan love Wisconsin right now?
Yeah. And so when, to quote Syndrome, when everybody's super, nobody will be.
Yep.
And I think, it'll still be a valuable market, but I don't think it's going to be what it is right now. It's going to, once it's spread out and it's not so concentrated, it's going to be like the alcohol or the tobacco industry.
Right now it's a hot fad.
Right.
It's extremely hot fad.
Because you got this influx of just everybody's rushing into this vacuum now.
Go back to when they cut smoking out of the bars. Wisconsin was the last state in the 6 surrounding states to do it.
Missouri still does it.
You can still do it in Missouri. That was so awesome. The choke and puke, and I watched these 2 old farmers at 6 o'clock in the morning eating breakfast, having a cigarette. I'm like, what the fuck? Sweet! But I asked her for an ashtray immediately.
Smoke in bars?
No, this was a restaurant.
And restaurants, yes.
Oh, yeah. But it was the same way. Everybody was coming from Minnesota. Everybody was coming from the UP and Iowa and Illinois to Wisconsin bars because you could still party right.
Right.
And then Wisconsin did it, and bam. Well, they had this influx of money, and then they ruined it.
And what I'm telling you, Mark, right now, you don't have to do that no more. You got hemp, 1848.
Sweet.
5 locations.
Yeah, Monroe.
Yeah, we do
2
have
in Janesville.
Yeah.
Minnehaha.
I heard there's one at the campground.
Yeah. I'm gonna be trying to see if we get into a couple other ones too.
I'm finally in a job where I'm gonna earn a week's vacation. So I think Minnehaha is gonna see me for a week next year.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes, Dave. I know what you're thinking. Bad habits outing. Maybe.
Hell yeah. or at least on location show, right?
Yeah, we have a Vegas rule. I don't think a show would be a great idea for one of our little bad habit barbecue things.
Why? It's a bad habit.
It is, but we get the whole crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we incite downtown bar fights.
Exactly.
Not even when we're in downtown.
You're talking about guys trying to get into minivans
party with you
guys because they keep wanting to fight with us?
Yes, that. Yeah, there's been some real interesting times when we've all hung out.
When it was bad habits.
And it still is. We're just recovering from COVID.
Which, again, is a bad habit now.
COVID is a bad habit. How do you figure, dumbass?
Because I say fuck it.
Okay.
Like I do drinking and smoking.
God, I wish you would have fucking 9/11 CNN that one, but okay, dumbass. And you know what you can do when you're trying to fucking figure out what the fuck Gary's talking about.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No.
I know exactly what he's talking about. I got to remember, I've delved in the arts.
Yeah.
For quite a few years before I even met you.
I know.
So
I don't care.
Oh, trust me. And the newer stuff they're coming out with is so crazy because you can hide it so well now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm looking right at him.
Yeah, there's products for you to try when you can try them in a Ziploc sealed baggie.
See it?
Well, I got these.
I got to make sure that some young people in our lives don't see accidentally.
On purpose, maliciously?
Oh, that'd be nice, too.
Okay.
You can't sleep here. Daddy, this was really good. I bet it was.
I can't. Why am I numb?
Thud.
And no, folks, we do not endorse the drugging of your children.
No.
But we understand.
Just take a little jack on the tip of your finger, rub it on their gums, and...
No, you can't do that no more.
Those were the good old days.
Best teething methods ever.
Yes.
And still legal.
At least in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Because you can, as a parent, you can give your children alcohol.
Yes, this is still true. Consent of an adult, minor consumption.
Yep. You can even take them into the bar with you.
Yep.
And I've had a lot of friends online that I've told that story to over the years, and they just don't believe me.
No,
it's out Wisconsin.
As long as the adult buys it and hands it to them, it is now the parents. It's in the parents' hand. The provider is out of the loop.
And we're from the generation where, you got your license? Cool. You can be my designated dumbass tonight.
Exactly. My late stepdad, prime example. He played the machines and drank a case of old style sitting at the bar for 7 hours. And I'm sitting there next to him.
Yeah, because you had to drive his ass home.
Drinking Pepsi. Drinking Pepsi. He'd let me hit the button on the machine once in a while.
But yeah, as well as the fact that now you can, it's my kid's 16th birthday. I'm not drinking. Let's get him fucked up.
Yep, not too far.
The further you go up north, the more common that is.
Oh, I went to high school up north. That's what we did after football games. Kegger parties at the farm. And the adults bought the kegs and took them out there. Yeah. But they knew once we got out there, nobody left till 7 in the morning. The same, I mean, it's just... The world has changed and gotten so weak that it's become more destructive than positive.
Yeah.
Hence the weed thing.
Yeah.
Now they're realizing it is not like the commercials back in the day.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
There's
Fried egg.
Or the kid that I'm smoking weed, I'm going to go through drive-through and run over a kid that happens to be on a tricycle in the middle of downtown going in front of a drive-through.
I remember that fucking commercial.
Okay. Come on, people, get your facts straight.
Right.
And so far, facts of weed have been getting very powerfully put.
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks to the effort of people like Josh, who have a few things planned for a few boards.
See?
Yeah. Well, got things for the future, and I've had to deal with my fair share of the cops and stuff too, weeding through this stuff. So yeah, it's. I get a lot of people who come into the shop who thank me for, pushing on the front lines to try and get this stuff legalized, and to put up with the stuff that some people don't necessarily want to put up with to try and get it done.
Yeah.
So. And it's been a really cool road so far, and I think there's more to go. And like I said, I just know a lot about it, so it just ended up working out really good. You end up getting told that stuff's not going to amount to anything, and then here I am
5 shops later,
dancing on the edge of a fortune now. So
there you go, exactly.
It's like essentially what he did for Canonical Society today. He's on the precipice of buying a whole bunch of Dogecoin before it crashes again.
My buddy sold his at 6 cents right before the price spiked. He missed the last one that happened.
Yeah.
And so he got all paranoid that he was going to wait too long and it was going to crash because he bought it at 3 cents and sold it at 6. And he's like, yeah, I doubled my money. And then I called him the next day. He's like, dude, it's at 42 cents. And he's like, no!
Holy shit.
But unlike the second crash at Dogecoin, I don't see anything with your efforts being hindered. I understand there's going to be a lot of hurdles, but they're not going to hinder you because you seem to know what you're talking about. You don't seem to. You actually know what you're talking about.
I try to.
And you are a very convincing personality. So I think any politician comes against you, they're going to probably have a nice little fight on their hands.
Well, I would try. I would definitely try.
When you have the knowledge, you have the confidence. When you have the confidence, you have the ability. When you have the ability, it will get done.
Exactly.
And then you get the money. And then when you get the money, you get the women. And when you get the women, you get the power.
And then you get even more money. And then you get to say, fuck you! Here's $10,000 for me to say, fuck you!
Yeah,
God, that would be so nice. I mean,
have fuck you money?
Yeah, and he's in the market to do so.
Well, exactly. Yeah. It is.
He's getting there. I mean,
a couple more years.
It's huge.
Right there.
It's a lot of red tape, but like you said, the real truths are coming out. The real facts are finally coming out. And people are starting to listen. And guys like you on the forefront that keep walking it there, keep getting it there.
Jimmy Vapes himself is saying, "What's up, my brothers?" and hashtag legal weed.
Legal weed.
Yeah, you definitely.
Hi, Jimmy.
Just saying. He's saying hi.
Power
to the green.
I would raise my fist, but we don't have a camera.
Ah, good point. No, Mark, no. What is that?
Say when?
Is that a busted-ass Windows phone?
No, that's just the glass protector.
Okay, good.
But it's still a Windows
Still
phone.
going to hit that, huh?
I'm still going to hit you on
No,
that
it's a
one.
Note
Jesus.
9.
Was it?
It's a Note 9.
Oh, okay.
It's the last of the Notes that still has the headphone jack.
I know. It's irritating.
They take them away, and my DJing goes bye-bye. I need that.
There's an adapter you can use that plugs into your charger that you can plug a headphone into, and it'll work just fine.
And you still charge all at the same time?
If you get a splitter.
See, that's just it. Now you're asking me to buy 10 times more of the equipment.
I
to do the same fucking
realize
thing.
that, but the thing is, you can use it with new phones. So once you buy the stuff, you can hold on to it and carry it, and you don't got to buy it again.
Or just stick with the Note 9. It has more than enough of everything I need, and we're happy.
If that works for you too, then you can definitely do that.
Somebody today had God damn it, I hate my phone. I'm like, what do you? He's like, I just bought this brand new iPhone. Oh, there's the first problem.
One of the things I don't understand about phones and the contracts is they put you on a 2-year contract knowing that you're going to be on it for 2 years, but them damn cell phones only last you a year. So what the fuck are you supposed to do?
It all depends on how you're running it. You got to buy the phone that's going to be good for what you're using it for. Okay, now I do obviously normal shit. I have some games on here, but I also do a lot of my DJing preparations, all of my meeting preparations. I actually pull the pen out and can write notes and the whole thing while driving down the road, and it actually reads what I'm writing and puts it into text into a folder.
Now, folks,
I have a Note 10.
We don't endorse texting and driving on this show.
It wasn't texting. It's
or doodling while driving.
I can still stare down the road, do this, and actually reads it. It knows what I'm writing.
10
it's
and 2.
Crazy.
Got it.
Exactly. But
you had Daddy Bear worried there, Mark.
This phone is actually this one is a year and a half now because the last two got kind of demolished in semi-wrecks. But but yeah, it still hasn't slowed down an ounce.
Yeah, well, it's cool. I like my Note 2. I've had mine for well over a year, and it's been
if people would pay attention to their phones, and it's just like a car, you got to do your upgrades, your updates, you got to do that shit, otherwise it will crash on you.
So you're telling me next week I'm getting a telephone call from a marketer saying, "We're here to talk about your cell phone's extended warranty."
Yeah, exactly. That's coming.
Yeah.
That's coming.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you. But no, it's serious. People will sit there, they'll buy a phone that's only so big, and then they sit there and think they're going to play PC games on it, for Christ's sake.
Right.
You overload it, it's going to die. That's like anything else. Buy what you're going to use it for.
And don't put porn on your phone.
Fuck you.
That's how you ruin your stuff.
You want me to give you the website that's direct on my phone?
There's Twitter for that. There's plenty of free smut content on Twitter. It's the bathroom wall.
What's Twitter?
It's funny. That's the reason why my latest laptop has lived so long is because I have a strict no porn policy on my laptop, and it has lasted the longest out of any computer that I've ever had.
Yes, folks, if you're tuning in right now,
the letter comes right up.
We're
quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're talking
anything you want.
Anything you want, right there. That's your tips.
Old white guy and old white interracial couple fucks America.
Old guy walks
Kamala and
in
Biden. What the hell?
Oh God, dude, that deep fake stuff, dude. That's real.
It is. Not gonna deny it. Some of it's so outrageous you have to believe it. And one of our listeners commented, "No diddling while driving." What the fuck did I walk into?
You do want to know, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
10 and 2.
It's really no different than the rest of our shows.
This is
Well,
true.
to kind of go back to that 10 and 2 thing that you mentioned.
Oh God, 4 and 20.
I'm a 24-hour European clock. Yeah, it would work.
Yeah, it would.
4 and 20. They'd be like up here, and then you'd have like another one, so it would kind of be like this 90-degree looking thing.
Yeah, shit. 24 hours. You'd be looking like a 24 piece of pie.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I ain't using that clock. The fuck, it was 5 minutes, 2 minutes ago. What the hell happened there?
But no, they actually there's a Japanese company that has developed an extra robotic arm.
Yes.
And you can put on a helmet or like a thing on your head, and with some practice, you can control this third robotic arm as easily as you control your other two arms. Like the research so far, they said it's super easy to learn, and they have like secretaries and shit now with 3 arms, and so they can work and still do other stuff. And it's like Goro shit from like Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
Yeah, and
That's freaky.
It stemmed off of paraplegic research trying to do prosthetics for people who
so did
lost
a lot of Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, that Dr. Octopus actually right now, I would say that it's not completely far-fetched.
Yeah, and also they've created the endoskeleton.
Yeah.
That lifts about, 8 times a person's normal strength right now.
Yeah. The problem with it right now, though, is the response time.
Yeah.
Most of the people testing it say it feels like they're having to slog through mud because there's a delay between when it detects your movement and when it enhances it. And you still have the strength, but it's really slow and awkward.
Think of it this way, folks. If you grew up in this era, it's like playing Guitar Hero without calibrating your fucking guitar or other instruments.
Oh, God.
The lag demon is in the suit.
For about 3 seconds, you click the buttons like, duh. It finally goes.
I was going to say it's like Stephen Hawking's first voice processor. Fuck you, Dave.
Sounds about right.
Well, you haven't been in studio for a long time.
I know. That's why I'm just enjoying.
See? No.
I'm putting our favorite liquor in front of him, folks.
Not to put an immediate
check what time
No.
pressure.
Go ahead.
But that's one of the bullshit things about pot, you know?
Yes.
You can have the biggest alcoholic in the world, drunk every night, truck driver, and he's totally fine. But you got a dude who fucking puffs on some joints once in a while, and all of a sudden he's awful.
Or even better yet, some of the old hippies.
Yeah,
who function better with
well,
it.
That was actually the reason.
Without it.
That was actually the reason why cannabis got made a Schedule I drug. It was because Nixon was going after the protesting hippies, and they all had pot on them, and he needed a reason to arrest them. So they scheduled it so when they caught the hippies protesting, they could go, "Oh, you got pot, off to jail."
Yep.
Yeah, but on the same thought, just under what you just said. Now, I can take one drink of that, in 3 hours you'll never know I had it. I take 2 hits of that and pee in the morning, and I'm screwed.
Right, exactly. But that's one of my points, is that where do you put a legal limit, you know?
Yeah.
There's a company that has, I don't recall their name offhand, but they have developed a breathalyzer that is actually being
tested,
considered by many states, because there is a short window of when you actually do THC when it's active in your system.
Mm-hmm.
It's active in your system for about 2 hours, and during that time, it can be released in your breath. And so the breathalyzer can basically detect if you've had pot within the last 2 hours.
Are we talking Hound Labs? By chance?
It might be,
because they have they got a good one. There's doing site testing on it. Let's see, the human hair bullshit. They're stocking this already. Yeah, it's Hound Lab.
Hound Labs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So there. But yeah,
CNN reported on it. It's got to be true.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so with all of the with the way that breathalyzer works and the discoveries that they made, makes the whole testing the next day thing a moot point. Hopefully, the way that they're going to adopt it into the law, because it'll basically just become like a regular alcohol breathalyzer, where if you've had it within the last few hours, then you're guilty of operating.
Yeah.
Yep.
While being intoxicated. But if you take the breathalyzer and you don't set it off, then you've had it sufficiently long enough ago where it's not going to be affecting you. Because most people, if you smoke, if you do whatever, it lasts you about 2 hours, and then you start coming down. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is based off of, is that 2 hour window.
I was going to say, or if you're a jelly rolling fat ass like myself, it stays. It's a fat.
Oh
soluble.
yeah, it's fat and oil soluble, definitely. So the fatter you are, the longer it takes to get out of your system, because it just slowly releases into your body as time goes on, and you're just always throwing out those metabolites. And those metabolites, after the THC breaks down, that's what the P-tests detect.
There you go.
And that's how you fail your P-tests. And that's why our Delta 8 THC that we sell also will trigger a P-test, because chemically they're both similar enough that they break down into the same similar junk, and that similar junk will both trigger a THC P-test.
Okay.
It's all about the chemical shape, because like with like Delta 9, Delta means that there's a double bond on a carbon, and the 9 means it's the 9th position on the carbon that is located. And so delta 8 means that double bond has been moved one position on the carbon, so it changes the shape of the molecule slightly. So it still fits into your endocannabinoid receptor. It still makes you high. It still gives you the medical benefits of the anti-inflammatories and all that stuff.
Yes.
But it's not exactly the same shape. So it's like 90% effective.
Okay.
Because the more exactly you fit into that receptor, the more strongly it will be received and the effect will be stronger. And so because the shape is slightly different, it makes the fit not quite so good and makes the high a little more, or not the high, but makes the strength of the THC a little slightly reduced.
Okay.
So usually amongst most people that I speak to in a shop, and me myself included, if you have never done it or you do it very infrequently, it can be pretty powerful. And undetectable from delta 9. If you have a really, really high tolerance, the effectiveness kind of starts to logarithmically I think it's a logarithm, right? That's the one that drops off, or that's the one that goes up. I don't remember. But anyways, it tips off. Right. And you have to start taking more to get the same effect, but it still is the same effect. And delta 8 is, magnitudes cheaper than delta 9 is. So if you have to take an extra couple of hits, you're still going to be saving money as compared to the other stuff.
Now, talking to the chat room, I think what was misheard was delta 8 will show up on a UA.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
And it is still medically beneficial.
It is. Now, to anybody who is worried about failing a drug test at your workplace or whatever it is, I have worked with a few of my customers, and they have actually gone to their doctors and gotten medical releases for taking CBD products.
Okay.
And even if you're not taking THC directly, if you take CBD products, if it's a full spectrum CBD product, it can still have THC in it.
Yes.
So by taking CBD products, you could be inadvertently giving yourself THC dosing, and if you're doing it every day, it's cumulative, so that small percentage will eventually build up in your system to a point where you'll throw a test. Yeah. And so I had a few of my customers kind of going down that road.
Okay.
And they got medical releases from their doctors, and their work accepted it. So if you're worried about taking Delta 8 THC for work or whatever the case may be for drug testing, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Speak to your doctor about getting some type of CBD release. Not all workplaces are obviously going to accept it, but it is definitely a good enough chance that it's worth trying.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I work at a rehab center. Okay, here we go. I work at a rehab center, and I'm guessing this means I work at a rehab center, and the staff get urinalysis checks all the time. But I'd like to try something that helps her arthritis in this case. Her arthritis. Right. Again, Delta 8 will show up in a piss test.
Yes, it will.
Again, certain places of employment allow work release medicinal RXs.
That's correct.
Talk to your doctor if you think this is for you.
Yeah, I would speak to your doctor about getting some kind of CBD, like just medical release. This is, basically that you take CBD products and that they do have traces of THC in them, which can cause you to fail a test.
Yeah,
and then take that medical information to your work, and then speak to whoever you would need to be like, look, hey, this is what's going on. My doctor is going to have me taking these products, and I basically have this prescription now for this stuff.
Yep.
If I take a test and I fail,
this
what's
is why.
going on. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's like a piss. What we called it in the military, the piss waiver. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got this. My doctor says I can have it. It's going to show up hot. This is why. Okay, don't take the piss test. See ya.
Yeah.
A couple of the military installations I was on did that.
It's also similar to like eating a poppy seed muffin and then testing hot for heroin.
Oh. Yes. That happened to a few people throughout history.
Exactly.
Yep. All of our histories.
Seinfeld did a big episode on that.
Yep.
Okay.
I hate Seinfeld.
I just
came out. It was like,
you know, I used to hate Seinfeld when I was younger because I didn't understand the humor, and now that I'm older, I find it that I like Seinfeld because I understand what's going on now.
I always laughed at George Costanza's parents.
It was a question.
Yeah,
do you
funny.
understand it better now because you're slightly altered in your personality? Or because you're older and understand it better?
I think it's because I'm older and I understand it better.
Okay, just checking. See, I'm high in my mind all the time. I'm just...
Yeah, Mark's
nuts on it.
dimethyltryptamine, his gland and his pineal gland is always open for some reason.
Yeah, and
DMT.
so
yeah,
I see everything.
Big fan of that.
There's actually some plants native to Wisconsin that have DMT in it.
Yep, but you got to get enough of them.
And I probably ate them.
Yeah,
I ate a lot of shit out of the woods. when I was a
canary
kid.
reed grass grows by the water. It has DMT in it.
I probably ate it.
It's a little under 1%. So you
We
get
go by the
about...
creek up northern Wisconsin. I'd grab grass and just start eating it, walking down. I didn't give a
Yep.
shit what it was.
Yep.
I'd eat flowers because they look cool.
Yep. Oh, you bite into the cat nine tails and explode in your mouth?
No, he's not that heavy. He's not that hard a marine.
We were told not to do that. That was one we were told not to. You can take it, go like this, and have fun with it. But
Yeah, don't. It's not a hot dog, kiddo.
No.
Or for us, yes, kid, it is a hot dog. We want to see that.
It happened one time.
To you?
No.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, well, I was single digits, so you know.
How
I
did
didn't know
that
any
make
better.
you feel?
Very dry mouth.
Kind of like
I would call it cotton mouth.
Yes, there we go.
yeah,
Or
makes sense.
cattail mouth.
So you had an early experience of,
Oh yes.
Oh,
Cool.
Dude, I've been through so much shit since I was a kid, man.
well, which one was it? You break the stem apart and it had that little foamy thing
what
inside,
the
but it was
fuck?
like gum. It was chewed like gum. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Or did you have the full?
It
the
had a
full-
harder stalk for a
Oh, boy.
stem,
Yeah.
and when you broke it open, the inside was like a white
Could you imagine if we had
spongy
video?
material. You chew it like gum. They called it Indian gum.
I want Ryan.
I've
and
heard
Aaron
of
in
it,
with
but I
this
don't know
guy.
if I've ever actually chewed any
I
of it.
forgot what
the
the
only
stalk was.
stocky white shit I know about is milkweed, and that shit was poisonous.
No,
We learned that the hard way too, folks.
I must be immune, but
Funny thing is, monarch butterflies.
Yes, sir.
They eat milkweed.
Yes.
And because of how we try and control milkweed so much, they actually have a food shortage, and it's one of the reasons monarch butterflies are endangered.
okay, you spend way too much time on Wikipedia.
Sometimes you just got nothing better to do than visit Hemp 1848. Go
That's
home
right,
and
and
watch the Discovery Channel.
Learn about cat nine tails and
Yes.
milkweed.
Or even listen to this show, because if you're sitting in your couch right now, blazed up, listening to us, you have
Oh,
the energy
man.
to do that. Thank you.
I'm gonna probably do that when I probably sometime next couple days.
Oh, I have to
Do that. You have to get me a recording, and I'll just sit back.
No, I'll have to. I have to fight myself weekly after we cut a show because I hate the sound of my own voice.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So you know
Yeah.
why that is?
I'm listening.
Because in your own head, the reverberation of your brain and your voice sounds different to you than it does to everybody
Yep.
else. So when you hear a recording, it's strange, and your brain doesn't really know what's going on because it's supposed to be your voice, but it's
Right.
not what you're used to hearing. So it gives you that weird heebie-jeebie, I don't like my voice feeling.
No, I actually don't like my voice because it makes a lot of mistakes while talking.
It seemed fine to me so far.
Let's refresh. Can we rewind back to the beginning of the show when Hammer fucked up the name of the store again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Slobodan Milosevic's House of Missiles.
I cannot do that one.
Nope.
Fuck. Process that one again.
Slobodan Milosevic's House of Missiles.
Nope, not even going to
I
try
heard
it.
some bitch has a missile.
No, it was Slobodan. Yeah.
See, I was going to
Slobodan
get to the
Badan's House of Missiles. That's about all I got.
Yeah, Slovan. I'm out. See, I'm better with numbers.
Minus five.
You're not.
Nine.
I was going to say you're not good with 10 millimeters.
What? That's all he's ever had.
No, the socket. It's the socket he always.
No,
uses.
I've actually got about a
Gotcha.
dozen of those sitting in my toolbox.
I thought we were talking about something else.
No.
What wouldn't
No.
that be? That's all he's given? Was 10 millimeters?
No.
I'll go with Josh on that one. That was a better one.
Wait a minute. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Guys, want some drugs?
Hey, drugs are bad, okay?
Oh, God.
Okay. What?
We got to do this more often.
It's not so bad.
Yeah. Well, that too. It's not that good either.
This is where the shows used to be. They derail, and we find a way to bring it back.
Great.
Oh,
Go back.
Can they derail again?
You know, I got to look on the old SFTB records to see if episode 420 still is up.
I am not sure if
Because I would like to do a comparison.
Suck, suck, blow. Suck, suck, blow.
Sir, it's Mega Maid. She's gone from suck to blow.
Yes, this is what happens at this table with or without any Delta 8 in our systems. We make these obscure references, and we just have a good time doing these shows. And we hope you're having a good time. Tell us on YouTube that you're having a good time. Smash the like button. I don't give a shit if you subscribe or not. Just hit the like button. That's cool.
Well, even if they hit the dislike button, she'll show something.
Yeah, good point.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think we got it.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
Oh, fuck you.
Can we be the channel that goes the opposite way, says like thousands of
No.
dislikes?
No.
Right.
Dude, let's do what Who Are These Podcasts does. Leave a 5-star review and shit all over us in the comments. There we go. And it works.
Worst podcast ever.
No, best actually.
5 stars.
Yes, that's exactly that. Horrible person, great bowler.
Great bowler.
Carmine the bowler?
Nope, they're either a great
Ooh,
person and a horrible
I like that.
bowler, or they're a horrible person and a great bowler.
You never seen Mystery Men?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was like, ooh.
I thought you were just liking the name. I was like,
Nope.
You know, if
Dave,
you two
how you
keep
feeling,
looking at
dude?
each other
Feeling
like
good.
that-
Dave, how you feeling, dude?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. All good.
Hey, Dave, your
Yes,
car
dear.
is purple.
My car is not purple.
It's not.
It is now.
It was when I spray painted it.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
what'd you
you
do?
son of a bitch.
you know, I've been paying attention to everybody, right?
Yes.
One of us in here is an owl.
Woo.
Is you.
Nothing moves but my head.
No. It's a dad joke, Mark.
Yes.
You haven't been home long enough to be dad joke status yet.
Well, what the hell?
Jesus Christ. Again, folks.
Go and ask the snake.
Again, folks.
Make sure whatever you say about us, you leave a 5-star rating at least.
Or hit the like. If you subscribe to this shit, kudos to you.
We're sorry.
Hit the heart icon on the Spreaker app. Let Spotify know that we live. Just hit us up on that. Wrong kind of bowling, Don.
Hey, no publicity is the only bad publicity.
This is a very true statement.
Yeah. What are they saying now?
It's just somebody hating their voice again. I got fans.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So, you also brought other goodies into the studio.
I did
Yes.
indeed. Yes, back
And
on track.
I'm going to pass on all of them at this
All?
moment. All of them.
Not
at this
even
moment.
some.
No. I'm
Piece?
passing. I'm not going to have one on air.
All right. Well, it takes an hour to work anyway. So.
Exactly, and I need to dad tomorrow.
Dab?
No, dad.
I've got some if you want some.
I have Papa duty tomorrow.
Oh, I took a Papa duty before I came in.
Yeah, big old Papa duty.
I won't say what I took.
My wife.
On the way to Pound Town.
Yes. So, and these are also available at
right, let's
Hemp
see here.
1848.
Yes, I will hold them clearly in front of the
And
camera so people can see.
And I will give them elaborate descriptions. The name of the product is
Okay, so this one we're actually going to be doing changing it up a little bit, but we have some.
These look like possible cheese curls.
They are cheese curls, Cheetos, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, sir.
They have THC in them, 50 milligrams per bag.
Oh wow!
So you can. The thing that I like about the snacks is if you're really new to using THC, or you're just a lightweight, or you don't have a real high resistance to it, whatever the case may be, there's 50 milligrams in the whole bag. So, unless you're a snackaholic and once you pop, you can't stop.
Right. Yeah. Half of us at this table.
You eat a handful, you eat a few of them or whatever, and you just kind of dip your toe in.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not overdoing it. You can just kind of see how it feels.
Takes the anxiety off.
Yeah. Just kind of mellows you out because you can misuse anything. And the same
and that's
thing.
when it doesn't become a bad habit. That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, like with me, I use it to help manage the neuropathy in my leg.
Okay.
I got hit by a car and it busted my leg really bad.
Okay.
And I still get a lot of pain in my leg from it, and that was almost 30 years ago.
Mm.
So
I know him. I have a constant pain in my ass as I point to Mark.
We'll make that full circle.
Yeah.
We also have an in-house produced sour gummy that has THC in it, Delta 8.
Why does it look like a bag of Coke with gummy bears in it?
Because
that's what it is.
So basically, you got something in there. So
but it's not Coke. It's Again, it's THC or THC. THC isolate.
Technically, it's a distillate, but I'll let you go.
It slides. Thank you. And
isolates are chemically isolated, and distillates are distilled.
Yes. So that's why it looks like it's a bag of Coke with gummy bears in it.
Because it's gummy bears with the sour sugar coat.
It's nothing but sour
sugar.
It's
just
coat.
sour sugar and gummies. Sugar. And the sour sugar has THC all absorbed up in it. So.
So it's not diabetic friendly. Thanks, man.
No. But most weed goods are not diabetic friendly in the first place.
I was going to say you'll feel really great losing your foot.
I guarantee you won't mind.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Moving on, we also have homemade chocolate chip cookies.
I've had those.
Yes, they're about 40 milligrams a piece. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these are Boo Boo cookies, and they're like 300. So,
okay.
Boo Boo
Basically,
cookies.
you eat a quarter of one cookie.
Yeah. I got fed an entire one while I was at work.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How was your Uber?
Luckily, it was in the morning, and I had an all-day shift.
Okay,
so by the time work was done, I was feeling better. But my buddy, he came with me. He wasn't doing so good.
He was laying on that couch all day.
He was not as equipped to deal with it as I was.
Yeah, I got fed a brownie once that the person that made it didn't know how much they put in it.
Oh, that was weak.
And they ended up overloading one half of the pan. Well, the brownie they gave me was out of that one half of the pan.
Sorry, whenever anybody
I miss
goes to the
something?
bathroom, we hit the bell.
Oh, okay. I
the
figured
PD bell.
that was something. I was figured.
He has the bladder of a 2-year-old female on electroshock therapy.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I have the 6-hour trucker bladder.
Oh man, I know. Like sometimes I just would just stop to go pee just because I was like, I've been holding it for a while. I don't have to go, but I probably should because I don't want my balls to fall off.
And then next thing you know, you're standing there for 3 minutes because you just filled up that much and don't even realize.
Dude,
you did it.
I know, right? And I was like, man.
To give you an idea, I can fill up a gallon milk jug
Trucker bomb.
in an 8-hour period driving down the road. And that's stopping twice.
Yeah, pardon me for being disgusted by this achievement you claim to have.
So I'm like,
It's a trucker thing. It's just the bladder you build your tolerance. It's like tolerance to weed or alcohol or anything else.
Well,
When
thank you for making it canonical.
For long periods
gross.
of time, you build a tolerance for not having the feeling you have to go.
Yeah, well, it's also because when you eat a whole bunch, your stomach stretches, and when you hold it for a long time, your bladder stretches, and your bladder gets bigger, so you can physically hold more piss while you're going down the road.
Yep, it's crazy.
I got a huge bladder. because of my trucking. Man, I had one long before that, though, because my family was on a road trip, so I was always used to having to hold my pee for 8-10 hours at a time.
I just wouldn't drink water. I would just stop.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
My
fluid's
mouth
going
my
all
mouth
day.
physically just goes offline if it gets too dry.
Yeah.
It just.
Well, we're almost at an hour 30.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we have also, to kind of go back on track then, if
Yes,
we just
sir.
shoot we also have our medicated nerds, which have THC in them, which have been super popular. We have Nerds Ropes, and then we have the Nerd Ropes Bites, and they got a really good dose on them. The Nerd Rope bags are about 600 milligrams, and the ropes are about 500.
Okay.
And
Where's the purple ones?
Oh, geez.
I didn't bring a bag of purple ones, but we have some at the shop. But they got THC in them when you're trucking, so.
Start Friday afternoon and finish Saturday afternoon. They're gone by Monday.
There you go.
If there's a sugary snack on this planet that is a weakness for me, is nerds. I love just the way they feel when you put them in your mouth.
Yep, me too.
He just loves putting nerds in his mouth.
Yeah.
Hey,
You heard it first, folks.
she was pretty hot, too. Should have seen the thickness of her glasses.
And apparently the thickness of her not clit.
Pretty much.
See, they do you ever watch Clerks 2?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So
Tony can be a guy's name, right?
Yep.
yeah, that. But the argument that I find myself coming back to a lot is the big clit, tiny dick argument. You know, it's like if you want to be with a chick with a giant clit,
I want to have
where
this,
do you draw the line?
I want to
with
have
dicks
this
with tiny-
conversation with Cody present. God damn it! She subscribes to the theory that all men start in the womb as a woman, and the way the testicles and all this other stuff, it's like an inverted vagina. That's why some men act like bitches. But also the fact of we've had conversations of this.
Yes.
Some really interesting ones where a 3-year-old daughter of mine picked up on it. But she, I believe, subscribes to the big clit as a little penis.
Well, yeah. Well, biologically,
you know, all we have is an inverted clit or an extended clit.
The lips grow into your ball sack.
Here we go.
And the clit grows into the dick.
Yeah. That's why we have that crease on the ball sack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That little gem if you're an old schooler.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off, PTA. I had somewhere else to go with this. I was trying to talk more about.
I have a really obscure side story
I
about
like-
the ball sack line. If
I
you're
like
interested.
this. I like this.
Go for it.
when I was like 5 or 6, my dad. Well, even when I was younger than that, my dad watched Star Trek: The Next Generation, and he would record it on VHS. And I always remembered every night when my dad was at work, I'd hear the tape recorder running, and the TV'd be off because he'd be recording a show. And I always watched the episodes with him, you know, later on when he would come home and whatnot. And there was one episode, I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember the name of it, but they ran into this creature that was out in space. It was living in space, and I think they were like by the sun that was supposed to be going supernova or something.
Okay.
And the creature that was in space was giving birth to a baby. And it latched onto the Enterprise, and it was sucking the Enterprise's energy, and they couldn't get away, and the star was going to explode or something like that. And I always remembered when I was a kid that alien in space always looked like the part of your ball sack with the line on it. So I remember when I was a kid, there was a couple of times I specifically remember when I was peeing, when I was like 5 or 6. I remember like looking at my ball sack and going, "That looks like the thing from Star Trek," and then I would pee.
Interesting.
I told you it was a really obscure story about the ball sack line.
Blown.
I asked for it. Our listeners didn't. If you're still here, cool.
We have met the Baltinians.
Oh, Jesus. So, guys, again, like, share. Yes, definitely share this diatribe. You got to hear it. Share it. Make other people suffer.
Yes. Make other people listen to my ball sack story.
I'm teasing. Josh, Hemp, 1848. You guys are more than welcome to come on the show anytime you want.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a lot of fun.
Hey, I'm just chill. I'm good.
He's just waiting to see his purple Mustang.
If it's purple, I swear to God.
Are you worried?
Not really.
I'm just letting him soak in the silence, actually. So
I'm good.
Again, guys, social media. I forgot this one for you. You guys are on. Flip the card again and turn it back upside down.
Hemp 1848 on Facebook.
Yes, thank you. You guys can be found on Facebook, Hemp 1848 on Facebook. Any .coms or anything like that?
Yes, hemp1848.com, and we also do online sales. So if you'd like to buy your THC from the comfort of your own home and have it shipped right to you, go to hemp1848.com/shop. SHOP as in Paul.
Right on.
Awesome.
What if I'd like to have you deliver it?
Well, depending on how far away you live, if you live in town, there's a good chance that would happen.
Oh, man.
Settle down.
Christopher.
Dude, it's a star, not his dick. Get off it. Come up for air.
Come on, man. Christopher's looking good today.
His name is Josh, Grandpa.
You like playing video games?
I was going to say. Yes, come back here, you son of a bitch, with those creamy hams.
I got some special cigarettes for you.
I got some. Yeah.
I love and hate when you show up unexpected.
I'm crazy. I'm dumb. Expect it.
Yeah, I liked it.
And on that note, folks.
Sure.
I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give. No more fucks I've tried to get. I'm over my fuck budget and I'm now in fucking debt.